As part of our A2 text, we have combined 3 texts, a music video, digipack and mag ad. As we are producing all of these texts, we have tried to target a variety of audiences. Our primary audience of 13 to 24-year-olds and our secondary audience of male audience. This has been a challenge due to a media industry having 3 different media agencies often doing these 3 texts separately. An example of this is the Saturdays recently in the public eyes in mag ads such as Hello, OK, Glamour, FHM and Bliss, whereas the CD was released by Fascination and Mercury Records and their videos created by Harvey B. Brown. These are all different companies, so it is not often we see a link between these texts depending on the band and the context. However, we are a small indie company, video makers with small budgets. This has not been possible. We have instead used the group to our advantage by covering and attracting both audience and making text links, and the work with similar theme, which unfortunately for us the Atomic Kittens previous text also did. As we targeted our music video at 13 to 21-year-olds due to our genre being pop, this is our primary audience for girl bands. This is reflected through our song choice, which is OK by Atomic Kittens due to the video containing the classic girl band conventions. The conventions that we have covered are the audience being able to relate to them in our video. This reflects the video as it is set in a normal setting which teens will be able to relate to. Our video also reflects this as the narrative is very common amongst teens. Teens aspiring to be them. Our video reflects this as the audience is aspiring to be them, as the girls are very glam and pretty. So girls younger will aspire to be famous and want to be like them. They may take on characteristics from them or just have them as role models. Our third point is costume. Girls wearing similar clothes, often linking the colour. The girls also have a range of outfits which they wear in all 3 texts. For male gaze, the male gaze is shone through all 3 texts by the girls wearing short dresses, also objectifying body parts such as wearing tight dresses and low-cut tops. This also appeals to male gaze and brings in the secondary audience. The last point is taking on boy band characteristics. We have taken on boy band characteristics by looking at location and our synced choreography we have used, such as the clicking fingers and side-to-side dancing. And finally, in our mag ads, we've got a lot of laughing shots in all 3 texts and behind the scenes. Our mag ad distributors would be OK, Glamour, FHM and Bliss, due to our target audience being girls ranging from 13 to 24 years, and our secondary audience being males. Also having it in OK is targeting an audience we perhaps would not expect to be the product, as it is a slightly older audience. Atomic Kittens previously being an FHM for male gaze adds male appeal to the ad. We have done this by Poppy having the QR code on her bum. The digipack would appear on Amazon in stores such as HMV. They would also be able to download from iTunes as the girls are mainstream, and this will be the best place for their products to be distributed and exhibited. Another way of distribution we have used is YouTube for all our texts. As we are an indie company, this has been useful as there has been little cost. In the industry, many bands also use this as it targets a wider audience, as percentage of people can access the internet and use YouTube. This also could target different social groups and cultures worldwide, which we would not necessarily have targeted. Social media has helped push all 3 texts to be popular and help with the distribution to all audiences, as networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram are used all over the world, eventually linking everyone. We have created accounts in all these for our production, so it has been very successful distributing all 3 products together and allow people to follow us throughout the product changing and progressing. Key features of our digipack are the album title and artist name. This can have the same or even better impact on the audience as an image. The audience needs to know what they're buying, and so providing this information is key to selling the product. On our digipack we have placed the artist name at the top with the biggest font, with the title below in a slightly smaller font. With colours we have used some as the 3-way colour rule, especially on the pop genre. Pop colours, we have stuck to our grey, salmon pink and blue to match the blue colour themes seen in the photos, magazines and videos we have researched. These colours work well together as they don't clash much, yet they still provide visual pleasures for the audience in the lyric booklet. The colours of the writing aren't exactly the same as those in the outside, but the different shades all link together and bring the three texts together. However, in the photos in the lyric book, we have added another colour to add more visual variety and break up the blue. We added burgundy, as we are wearing them in the dresses, and cream and black lace dress, which may appear as though we incorporate another colour scheme into the product, yet we feel we are not. These colours can link to the pink fonts used in the back of the digipack, as they could be classed as different and extreme shades of pink. The cream dress can also fit in with the off-white background used throughout the digipack, and the black lace links to the grey text that we see on the front. We felt that adding these extra colours has not completely challenged the 3-colour rule, but we have instead adapted it so that the buyers can view the product containing a variety of common conventions. The font we picked is a simple yet effective font that we have downloaded onto font.com. We didn't want to use a font which was too fancy, as this could have come across as immature and unprofessional, and therefore it wouldn't give us the impact we hoped for. We took inspiration from Atomic Kitten's digipacks for this font, as it fits again with the professional look we were aiming for. For the fonts in general, we have used more than one font to add to the more variety we have. We have downloaded the fonts off the internet and installed them onto FontBook on Mac, so we could use them on any software we needed. We chose our font carefully as we wanted to make sure it was effective. We used the same font throughout the lyrics booklet, so it didn't come across too clumsy on all our 3 texts. The fonts all complement each other, still providing mature yet fun element to the digipack. An image helps the audience to identify the artist. A connection between the artist and the fans can be made, consequently encouraging more people to buy the album. We chose to follow this convention and use a variety of images throughout the digipack. We placed an image on both the front and the back of the group together, despite some existing text, using an image which flows from the front to the back. Although we're going for a more professional look, we used a slightly blurry image on the front where we are mid-laughter rather than falsely posing. We thought this image works well, as it adds a sense of realism to the idea, and the laughing, smiling aspects enables the younger spectrum and primary audience to feel a connection to the group and make it more fun and appealing for them. The image on the back isn't accurate reverse to the front, but we are facing away from the camera, which adds a variety of the style of images we have put together. This also signifies girl power as the closeness of the group and the picture we have taken. The lyrics booklet includes more images which are exclusive to the booklet. There will always be a barcode placed next to the production company logo. Production information, such as the record label on the back of the digipack. We added the record company logo, a barcode, the CD symbol and the DVD symbol, and available on iTunes symbol, as well as QR code. On the spine we found common conventions by adding the artist and album title and the record company logo with a distribution number. We then added the QR code to the digipack as well as the magazine advertisement to promote the viral element of the 3 products. QR codes are becoming more frequently used and widely recognised, with more people buying and using smartphones through digitisation. By adding the QR code, we could widen our audience because Atomic Kitten have split up in 2004 and reunited in 2012, leading up to the big reunion between Liberty X5, Bewitched and themselves. We felt that adding a sticker on both the front and the back of the digipack promoting a live DVD of their tour further promoted the album as though a new comeback album. The iTunes logo also promotes the album to a wider audience by making it digitally available, again linking to the reunion and comeback material. We didn't find any mag ads especially by them, as the band came out when digitisation and social media wasn't as big today. They have mainly had mag ads advertising them getting back together and their reunion, which was also featured on TV. The last thing I noticed they had articles on was different band members leaving and changing. They were also in magazines for hobbies on the side, such as Big Brother and personal life stories. We wanted to look at what colour schemes they have used and how their style reflects the digipacks and videos, taking on little inspiration from boy groups. We also wanted to look at what sort of things featured on mag ads, such as the QR codes, small text that we needed to make sure we included. As the band are as not modern as girl bands are today, we had little research of their actual mag ads that they used back then. However, we did find mag ads releasing tour date. The main reason we wanted to look at the Atomic Kittens was so we can get an idea of how subtle they link the text, as this is not common in other bands, as usually all three texts are completely done differently and there isn't a match. We found some mag ads of them in FHM Boys Mag. This is bringing in our secondary audience of the male audience, linking with the male gay theory. The fact the girls' body parts are objectified and the girls are dressed in short clothing and having low-cut tops on brings in this audience. We are going to try to follow this by wearing short dresses and linking together by colour and trying to wear short dresses and low-cut tops. We have also looked at boy band mags. These are very simple and often just contain them on a plain background wearing synchronised clothing and following the same style. We're going to reflect this by having the same style, however, in different ways. We're also going to reflect this by having a white backdrop. This works for boy bands there as they are a big statement. It cannot be effective for girl bands as they are more glitzy and take on more of a women's audience than male. However, as the industry is changing, more and more girl bands are doing this and taking on these characteristics. Little Mix are one of the new and latest most successful girl band of four. They have been such a success in magazines which is aimed at teens up to 24, which is our target audience. We can take characteristics from this, such as them being silly and having fun, and applying it our own, where we have us laughing and smiling on the front of our digipack and mag ads. The girls also are on a playing background, which we've also used, and the colour scheme doesn't match. A brief summary of our findings are: the mag ads specific to our genre are Teen Now, which range from 11 to 17, Look 18 to 35, Glamour 16 to 34, Bliss 13 to 17, and OK for the slightly older audience of 25 to 34. Our secondary audience are FHM, target audience of 15 to 34, and Nuts 18 to 34. The summary of conventions we have found are the release date, album song title, image of album cover, an image of artist name, brief information on the artist, album, record label logo, girly colours and style, font, boy These band are all important. characteristics, themes and girliness of the three texts. How our texts don't link together is the narrative isn't shown across all three texts, and there's little link to the video as it is sad, and the magad and digipack are fun, happy and light-hearted, picking up boy band characteristics. Improvements of what we could change: time management, video featuring more locations and outfits, steadier camera work, more research into similar products and more professional equipment. If the brief was different, other approaches we would have taken are we would have made it a lot more simplistic due to the Atomic Kittens past ads and work being simple. However, if we did this, it wouldn't be effective as we would have to change this. Also, if the brief was different, we would also have chosen a different track, doing previous research so we could use this to the best of our ability, using a wide range of tools, techniques which would work better and meet the brief fully. Overall, I think all three texts have been really successful as they all link together in some way. Also, each text is appropriate for what it is for, which works also really well, and I think we've done really well to work together and get it all done.